strangers. Okay, moving on.
Katie!
And I think she is already moving up here, in fact. Very nice. Miss Katie Nama. Come on.
Hi, I'm Katie Nama, and I'm in the 5th grade. And today I'll be telling you the story called The Old Hag, and it's from the Netherlands. 2 cultural facts about the Netherlands is 1, Dutch people are the tallest in the world, and 2, the Netherlands was the first place to grow orange carrots. In all the other places, carrots were black, white, red, or purple. Once upon a time, there was a queen and a king. Every day, the queen would go to the prayer garden to pray. One day, an old woman appeared to her and said, "I know what you've been praying for, and I know you very much want it." The queen said, "Yes, I very much wanted a baby boy for a long time." The woman said, "Here, take this flower, plant it in your garden, water it every day of the year, and come back here to pray every day of the year, and your wish will come true." So the queen took the flower, and right when she got home, she planted it, watered it every day of the year, and went back to the prayer garden to pray every day of the year. And of course, a year later, she had a baby boy who was now the prince. The last time she went to go pray in the garden, the woman appeared to her one more time and said, "Now, you must not let your son outside until he is 12 years old, or great harm will come to him." So she said okay. And many, many years later, the queen had, of course, forgotten all about this, and it was the prince's 11th birthday, and he was having a hunting party, and of course this was held outside. The prince shot 3 deer, 2 birds, and on the last deer he shot, it ran into the woods. So the prince followed it. Only minutes later, he was tired and lost. So he climbed up on a hill to try to find shelter, and he spotted the shelter. So he walked to it with the last bit of energy he had. So he knocked on the door. An old woman came out and said, "What do you want?" He said, I was wandering in the woods and I got lost. May I please spend the night?" The old woman thought and had an idea. She said, "Yes, only if you only if you do one simple task for me in the morning." He thought, this must be a very simple task. "Yes, I will." So that night they went to bed. When he woke up, they went downstairs expecting breakfast, and he saw the little old woman with a wooden axe, and she said, "Go out with this wooden axe and chop down all the trees in the forest, or else your head will be chopped off with it." So he took the axe, went up to his room, and began to cry. Then a girl was walking by, and she asked him, "What's wrong?" He said, "Surely I will get my head chopped off. I have never chopped down anything in my life, and I am required to chop down all the trees in the forest." She said, "I've stolen the woman's magic wand, and I will help you chop down all the trees in the forest." So they went out that morning, and she chopped down all the trees in the forest. When they got back, it was nighttime. And he said, "Surely you can replace all the trees in the forest?" She said yes, and replaced all the trees in the forest. Then he said, "What made this woman so cruel?" She said, "She was always cruel. Tonight we must escape." The prince agreed, and they went out that night. The next morning, the old hag woke up, went outside, and said, "Come down here right now." When she heard no reply, again she said, "Come down here right now." Again she heard no reply. So she grabbed her knife, stomped up, and when she realized there was no one there and that they had escaped that night, she was so angry that she ripped the bed in half. And she ran down to her husband, who was of course also captured, and said, "Go out there and find them, and when you bring them back, I will chop off their heads." So he was also scared of her, so he began to run to go find them. He saw something far away and started to run towards it. Luckily, the girl saw him too and told the prince, "Stay still, I will turn us both into flowers." So she turned them both into flowers. And then the man jumped and said, "Aha!" When he realized that was only 2 harmful flowers, he said, "This must not be them, it's only 2 harmful flowers." So he went back to tell the old hag all about it. Then she said, "You fool, they've stolen my magic wand, and that was them. Go back out there and get them." saw something in the distance, started to run towards it. Luckily, the girl again saw him and said, "Stand still. I will turn me into a church and you into a minister." The prince said, "I've never been to church in my whole entire life. What do I do?" She said, "Just go with it and everything will be okay." She turned herself into a church and him into a minister. So the man was running, and slammed open the doors to the church and said, "Aha!" When he realized it was only a church and a minister, then he thought, this must not be them. So he went home to tell the old hag all about it. She said, "You fool, that was them again." He said, "You didn't expect me to bring home a whole building, did you?" She said, "No, I guess not. I'll just go out there myself." And she grabbed her knife and ran out. She was so tired. She had been running for more than an hour. And she saw them in the distance and started running with the last bit of energy she had. Luckily, the girl saw her too and said, "Quickly, stand still. I will turn me into a pot and you into a duckling. No matter what you do, stay right in the middle. No matter how much he tries to lure you, just stay right in the middle or we'll all be doomed." She turned herself into a pond and him into a duckling, which waddled right into the middle of the pond. Then the old hag came, tired, started throwing breadcrumbs in, but he didn't come. Then she fell to her knees and was so tired of running that she started drinking. And even though she was so full, she kept on drinking until there was only a little spot of water in the middle, which the duckling was flopping around in. She said, "I know it's you, but you don't have to worry about me anymore. See me here, I'm about to burst and die." And minutes later, she was dead. So the girl turned herself back into a human and him back into a human too. She said, "Well, it must not be safe back at the cabin, for the husband is still looking for us." The prince thought, and then he said, "I have an idea. If you agree to marry me tomorrow, then we shall live in my palace." So she agreed, and they got married the next day and lived happily ever after. The end.